Welcome back to Heartland Focus. I'm Jeff Beals. Well, WOWT Channel 6 is putting together a very useful program for today's economic environment. It's called Employment Chat Live, and it takes place on May 5th. This is your chance to interact live online with experts for informative chats related to finding, getting, and keeping a job. Our next guests are Ben Johnson, Director of Internet Marketing for Channel 6, as well as one of our experts, Bridget Lynch from the Greater Omaha Chamber of Commerce. Good afternoon, Ben and Bridget. Welcome to Heartland Focus.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. Ben, why don't you get started and tell us what exactly is Employment Chat Live?
Well, good question. Employment Chat Live is an online assembly, as you kind of mentioned earlier, regarding employment in the current economic situation. We've got about 20 experts available for the community for live informative chats related to a variety of topics, interviewing, resumes, how to keep your current job and become more valuable to your employer. We've got experts along the lines of retirement issues, healthcare, benefits questions, and things like that. And really, it was just a way for us to have the community get the answers they're looking for now.
Okay, and it's going to take place on May 5th, and one of the experts is Bridget Lynch, right here from the Greater Omaha Chamber of Commerce. Bridget, what is going to be your expertise during the event, and how did you become an expert in this program?
Jeff, in 40 years of business, I've spent a lot of time in commission sales, which revolves around knowing people and building a relationship with those people. So networking is near and dear to my heart, and I think that makes you passionate about it, and you just go after it. So with the Chamber, I spend a good portion of my time creating and facilitating networking events where people are actually introduced to other people, meet other people, and as a result, relationships are built, and usually it results in business.
Okay, Ben, let's say someone on May 5th wants to participate. Maybe they want to get a new job or find out more about employment opportunities or learn something. How do they go about doing this?
Great question. Okay, basically, envision you're in an audience setting and you're trying to ask questions of an expert and you're looking at that individual for what they have to provide, but it's really hard to ask. The format's going to be very simple, very easy. There's no login, no registration, there's no time constraints. You can just show up on a website, employmentchatlive.com, on Tuesday, May 5th at 2 o'clock, and every hour there's going to be a new set of experts launching their chats. And all you do is go through the website, click on topics of your interest, and chat with great individuals who know what they're talking about related to networking and things that you wouldn't normally possibly ask, but you're going to see the audience asking questions. You can then go in, see these questions asked, and then get the answers you're looking for or ask your own. You don't have to ask, you can watch. You can participate in any way you want to, but it's just showing up, clicking around a little bit, watching the live chat taking place, and then asking a question if you choose.
So if you go to employmentchatlive.com, it's very self-explanatory.
Yeah, absolutely. The website itself just has tabs on the left. You pick a topic from the left. It's got starting times for some of the chats. And then you go into those chat pages, read what's going on, ask a question, perhaps go to the next one, and we'll have multiple experts, up to 20 experts from a variety of great organizations.
And when people are on the website, which is on the screen right now, they can see which experts are doing what or what topic areas are being discussed at any given time.
Absolutely. Right now it's live and available to go see what's being talked about and what will be discussed, and that way you can formulate your plans. Unlike a message board, and people have used those before, and chats, this is a little different because it's all about relevance, and what's relevant on May 5th might be different 2 months from then. So whatever's relevant on May 5 is when you'll get your answer, and you'll get it right now, and rather than wait around, or if you go to a message board, they start out really great, and then they kind of fade. Well, this is a way for you to get your answers today. Everyone coming together should have a lot of enthusiasm and excitement around it, because you might be around with thousands of people online at the same time, asking great questions and learning, maybe seeing questions that you never thought about asking.
Now, you said thousands of people, so there's a chance that people all over our community could be participating in this.
Not only that, you can get online from anywhere. So I know one of our experts is actually going to be chatting from Phoenix. So they're going to utilize the software. So you can be anywhere, but it's heavily promoted in Omaha. All the experts are local to Omaha, so it's going to be a wonderful event for anyone, for that matter.
And just because there are a lot of people involved in this doesn't mean that any one person should be intimidated by it, because it's very anonymous and you're just asking a question. You don't have to use your own name.
No.
And you're just getting this feedback back, so it's not like you're on stage in front of 1,000 people or something like that.
Right. And it's not a one-on-one chat either. I mean, although your question goes right to the expert, what they do on their end is they watch a module or a console, if you will, control panel, and they see all the questions coming in, and then they'll pick and choose those comments and questions as they come in to send them live, answer that, and then go on to the next. It keeps the chat very streamlined, very logical, and keeps it from becoming disjointed and hard to follow. So you may put a question in, Jeff, anonymously, which is fine, and don't have to log in, of course, remember that. You go in there, you submit your question, it'll come in, it'll get showed live whenever we get the opportunity, whenever the expert gets to it.
Now, obviously, this is going to have a great benefit to people who want to do more or find a new job or something like that. But would employers, the people who own companies and make the hiring decisions, would they have a reason to participate?
Absolutely. The employers, we have a fleet of workforce development experts on staff that day, and there's going to be a contingent that will speak directly to the employers regarding unemployment insurance, for example, things like that. And then there's also a segment of how to make yourself more employable, how to become more self-sufficient. We have an expert actually on productivity. So I think an expert who speaks to anyone around productivity and value to the organization is going to be good for the employees looking for more information, as well as the employers who have these people available.
Now, Bridget, it seems like you know everyone in the entire city of Omaha, and so if one of the persons around town came up to you and asked why they should participate, what might you say to them?
Jeff, for me, I think one of the biggest advantages is you don't have to leave your office or your home, and your response is pretty close to immediate. When you get into blogs and message boards, the response might not come for hours or days, and you have to keep checking back. Here, there's a limited amount of time. It's going to be there immediately, and it's an awesome way to get with these experts that you might not be able to get in front of at other times.
Yeah, so it gives you access in a way that you might not normally have. Okay, so just to reiterate, it takes place on May 5th. That's a Tuesday. This is an afternoon and early evening event. Is that correct, Ben?
Yep, 2 to 6.
You can come in at any time, or you can be there for the entire 4 or 5 hours, whatever works for you.
Yep.
Okay. And therefore, and there's no charge for it whatsoever. So ideally, as we start to wrap up here, who is the quintessential person that Channel 6 is trying to reach to participate in this program?
Well, first of all, anyone who is concerned about their current job, concerned about the economy, needs to show up. There's been too much doom and gloom out there, and there needs to be more focus on what we can do about it. Put yourself in a proactive stance as opposed to reacting to the economy. And let's get moving forward instead of looking backwards.
Well, we appreciate both of you joining us, and everyone's going to look forward to Employment Chat Live. Thank you, Ben Johnson and Bridget Lynch.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, that's all for this episode of Heartland Focus. If you want to learn more about economic development in Omaha, be sure to listen to Trenton Magid on me on the Grow Omaha program every Saturday morning at 8 on 1110 KFAB. If you ever have ideas for future editions of this program, please send an email to the address on your screen. We'll see you again next week on the next episode of Heartland Focus. In the meantime, have a great week.